I found out my boyfriend is secretly rich, but he made me split everything 50-50. Technically, it's his dog. He had him before we even moved in together. But now that we live together, he refers to it as our dog, which also means he expects me to split all the expenses for it equally too. And I love this dog, I really do. But if it had actually been my choice, I probably wouldn't have gotten a dog yet because financially I wasn't ready. Then there's groceries. This man walks through Whole Foods acting heartbroken that we can't afford the good groceries because my half of the budget can't cover it. And every time I suggest, okay, then you pay a little more if you want the expensive stuff, he refuses. Apparently, everything has to be equal no matter what. Recently, he started pushing for us to move into a much nicer apartment in a wealthier part of town. He even tours places without me and leaves apartment printouts next to my lunch before work like he's trying to slowly convince me. Technically, I could afford my half, but it would eat such a huge percentage of my income that just thinking about it gives me anxiety. I told him I'd be willing if we split things more like 60-40 instead of 50-50. He immediately shut it down. And this is where I genuinely don't know if I'm being unreasonable. Because I'm not asking him to fund a luxury lifestyle for me. I'm not asking for designer bags, expensive jewelry, or vacations in Paris. But it honestly frustrates me that we're living like struggling recent graduates when he could comfortably afford more without it affecting him financially at all. What scares me most is the future. Because I want to marry this man someday. I want kids someday. And I keep wondering, if our child needed private school, would he refuse because I couldn't pay half? If one of our kids needed better health care, would he insist on the cheaper option because everything has to be equal? Would every major life decision become limited by what I can afford, even when he could easily cover it 5 times over? I believe relationships should be fair, but I'm starting to realize fair and equal are not always the same thing. And honestly, I don't know if I'm selfish for feeling that way, or if this relationship has been financially unbalanced in a completely different way the entire time. And honestly, I don't know if I'm selfish for feeling that way, or if this relationship has been financially unbalanced in a completely different way the entire time.